Hey everyone, welcome to Singularity Hardware Order Analysis Video 8. Now this is just going to be a quick one today because I don't have a whole lot of components here. It is two orders combined. Most of the components are actually water cooling parts for one of my client builds that I have going on at the moment. And I also have a mouse in here which I'm going to be reviewing soon, and a couple of fans for my network attached storage build. So on the right hand side you can see a bunch of products from EK. I have an EK Supreme HF nickel plexi water block which will be cooling a Core i7 3930K in the client build. That's actually a dual pump top. And this is actually for the water cooling tutorial that I've got coming up. So yeah, I'm not sure, not confirmed if I'll be using this or not, but I'll show you what that is shortly. Here I have two 7970 nickel plexi water blocks. So that's for the Crossfire X 7970s that are going into the client build. So here are the two fans for the network attached storage build. Click on the link on the screen if you want to see the build log for that. I'll be doing a small upgrade to it shortly, replacing the two stock fans that are in it with quieter ones. I'll also be swapping the power supply out for a modular one and putting some more SATA cables and things in it, and just, you know, redoing the cable management and cleaning things up. I have some Primo Chill PC Ice red coolant here, and on the left hand side there I have a RAT7 Contagion. So I'll bring you in for a closer look. Okay, the Cyborg RAT7 Contagion. I've actually had a RAT7 in the past for review, and I really liked the mouse, but I had a bit of trouble with the tracking. It just seemed to me that no matter what mouse pad I used, there was problems with the tracking. So anyway, I sold that one, and the guy I sold it to didn't have the same problems that I had. It was actually a friend of mine, so he was happy with it. But I thought when I saw this come out, the Contagion, they've updated the sensor, which means the tracking problems could be gone. I thought I'd give it another try and review the Contagion, which is the new model, the updated model. I'll just give you a quick look at it. I am going to be doing a review on this coming up, so I won't give you any of the details, but basically they've updated the sensor and a few other things, and you can also see that they've made a white one which looks great. So there we go, that's the mouse. Now this Primo Chill coolant. Now I always use Feza coolant, but there's no reason that I use Feza coolant over this. It's just purely a personal preference. I just like Feza coolant because I've had no problems with it, but the thing is I've had no problems with this either. It's just one of those things, a personal preference, you settle on it and that's it, you just keep using it. But, you know, if I can't use Feza coolant, I'm happy to try other coolants that I've heard excellent reports on and that I've also had past good experience with. Non-conductive coolant, it'll be good for the client to refill their system, you know, if they spill a bit when they're filling their system up or something like that. Because always what I do with water-cooled client builds is send them some of the coolant that I put into the build so that they can top it up. And you know, when it comes time for a coolant change, by then it's usually upgrade time. I've actually never had anyone get to coolant change before they upgrade, so you know, I'm still to see the day that will happen, because I say about 2 years before coolant change. I know it seems like a long time, but I mean, I do give people indicators. I give them a filter and also tell them to keep an eye on their pump RPM, because obviously if the loop starts to clog up, the pumps are going to come under strain. So yeah, there is a couple of indicators. You can also see in the reservoir, you might get collections in there. Anyway, bit off topic here. So this coolant actually comes clear. and you add the dye to it. So here I have the blood red dye bombs. So moving on to the fans. Okay, the BitPhoenix Spectra Pro. I had a good look at these in Singularity Hardware Order Analysis video 7, and you'll also be seeing a lot of these in the upcoming client build logs. This is the first time I've had my hands on one of these. I've been really excited to check out the Noctua NF-F12 because the Noctua NF-P12 was an amazing fan. You know, it was an excellent fan, and any improvement on top of that is just going to be, you know, a miracle. So yeah, this is going to be an incredible fan. Looking forward to seeing how it performs. So 1500 RPM, 22.4 decibels, 2.61 static pressure. That is incredible. That's an amazing fan. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how. I've actually only just got one to start with, and it's going to go into the just a network attached storage build. But coming up, I'd really like to install these onto a radiator to see how they perform in a water cooling system. The thing is, I haven't had any clients that actually want these so far because of the color, unfortunately, and I didn't put them in the Singularity Beast 2 build because, you know, I really did this build for my subscribers, and if I put Noctua fans in there, everyone would say that looks horrible. You know, having pink fans in this build, do you think that's a good idea? So that's the only reason I didn't use them, even though I believe this is probably the best fan to have on a radiator out of anything. I didn't actually see this at first. This is the back of the box. It actually folds out, and there's a massive write-up, you know, with diagrams and everything to explain the fans. I'm going to do a review on this fan, so I've decided. So upcoming, you're going to be seeing a lot more of it, and I'll be able to give you full details, and I'll be putting them on a radiator to see how they perform and comparing them to other fans. Unfortunately, I won't have time for this kind of thing for a little while now because of all the client builds that I have, which is excellent. You know, it's great that I have this many builds, but it just means that I have to focus more on the client builds instead of reviews. So it's great for you guys as well. It just means you'll be seeing a lot more water-cooled build logs, which is really what my channel is about. So there's the write-up, and this is what you get in the package. So it looks like there's a few reducers here, and hang on, I will pull all this out. What have we got? Looks like a splitter, probably 12 volt, and then this is a low noise adapter. Okay, so that takes it down to 1200 RPM, lowers the specs a bit as well, obviously. And then there's an extension cable just there, so that's a 4-pin PWM extension cable, mounting screws, and also the rubber mounts and the fan itself. Amazing looking fan. If only they could change the colour, but then they wouldn't be individual, you know. You wouldn't look at the fan and think, oh, Noctua. So I guess that's why they keep their colour, so that you know that you have a premium fan, you know, the best you can get. As soon as you see that colour. I don't know, it might be just me, but anyway. So there is so much engineering behind this fan. This is an amazing piece of hardware, an amazing piece of tech. I won't go into it now, but coming up, when I do the review, I'll be able to talk all about it. So there we go, that's enough on the NF-F12. I better move on. Okay, the EK DDC dual top, and it's version 2, and this is the black acetal version. So I actually bought a few other bits and pieces as well to go with this, but here it is here. It fits all of the MCP 350, 355, 35X, the Lang DDC, all the rebadges, you know, of that pump. So basically the pumps mount onto the bottom, and a reservoir mounts right there. So I had to, well, you have to purchase the reservoir separately. You also have to purchase the top separately. As you can see, this got damaged in shipping pretty badly. The whole box was actually squashed right down on one side, and I just squashed it back up, so luckily it didn't damage the pump top. I mean, the pump top's a lot smaller than the box, so no worries there. Okay, the EK7970 nickel plexi water blocks, as you can see I've got 2 of them. Now you're going to be seeing plenty of these upcoming in the client build log, so I'm going to keep you in suspense about these until then. That also goes for the EK Supreme HF. You're going to be seeing plenty of that as well, but I have one of those right here in Singularity Beast 2. So that's exactly the same block, the nickel plexi. So that's what it looks like up and running in a build with red UV coolant flowing through it. So there you go, that's all I've got to give you a look at today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and favourite if you want to see more.